Hello, I'm Derek. Welcome back to Coach's Corner. This is November's episode of Coach's Corner, and in this episode, we're going to cover the challenges of Q3 and how to prep for Black Friday. So, welcome to November. There's been a few changes. The first change is this setup I've made. As I continue to get better at camera, better at audio, I've messed around with my setup to make it a little bit more interesting and for me to look a little bit more interesting to look at. So hopefully, if you've been watching for a while, I went for the plain white background to having it like this. Hopefully you like the setup. And if you're not watching on YouTube or over the website, you might even be listening to me now on Spotify, which is quite new. I've turned Coach's Corners from just a video episode to actually audio only, so you can now listen to it on Spotify, which is great. I know we're all busy people. We like to listen to podcasts as we commute, as we're on the train, on the underground, or whilst we're training. So I've made it even easier for you to jump in and join me every month for these episodes. So if you only watch me on my video, get the podcast anyway on Spotify just so you can bounce between the two. And if you only listen to me on Spotify, check me out on YouTube every now and then just so you can see a visual of me, because it's different when you're watching someone discuss stuff instead of just listening. Okay, so that's one change. I hope you're having a good month anyway, and November's going well for you. It's been quite a good month for me. We had a really good course, business course at Gymbox. We had 8 new students start, and I run that course on the first week of November, and they're fully up and running in the club now. One more thing about me, I've got knee surgery tomorrow, so you might see on my personal account. I'm not going to post too much about it on my PT Manager account, but on my personal Instagram, you'll see I'll be putting that up. I've smashed my kneecap in playing rugby, and it needs a bit of sorting out. So I'm finally getting that sorted tomorrow, which I'm so excited about, and then I can get back to lifting and get fully back to training, which is going to be great. Anyway, so let's dive into this subject. So I'm going to break this into 2 sections. We're going to have a quarter focus and then a Black Friday focus. So, if you're just joining the podcast, I always talk in quarters, and that's the only way we can talk when we're talking about business. So the year is January to December. But as personal trainers working in the fitness industry, running our own businesses, we need to start talking April to April, because that's the financial tax year. So we're currently in Q3, and Q3 is October, November, December. And the reason we should always talk in quarters is because we don't sell just monthly options. We sell 12-week blocks, 3-month phases. And because we sell huge packs, it's better to work in quarters so we can aim off for when we do get those packs and where that revenue drops in. And every quarter you should have like a campaign focus, like something you want to launch or an area you want to focus on, and also you should have a revenue target for that quarter. So let's, for example, say in Q3 for Easy Mouse we want to generate £9,000. You can break that into generating £3,000 per month, but as long as the quarter adds up to £9,000, that's all that matters. So you could bring in £5,000 in October, £2,000 in November, £2,000 in December, £9,000, you hit your target. And as long as you constantly work like that, you're always going to hit your targets. You're always going to have a bit of a sales focus every month. You're always going to be looking to lead gen and grow. And if, from experience, when people don't have a quarter focus and they only focus month on month, they never plan ahead. And not planning ahead in our job is suicide, and that's where eventually people let themselves down. So we're having a quarter focus October, November, December. So if you watched a few months back, I made a big spiel about how hard you have to hit October, because it's one of the best times to generate new business. And if you generated that then, you're probably delivering all those sessions now. You probably sold 12-week blocks that are going to lead clients up to the middle of December, or you've got clients that are just fully involved in your training process. Then if you listen to October's message, I talked about making a 6-week plan from November, 6-week blocks to start on the 1st of November that will take you to mid-December. If you've not done any of that, you've got some hard work to do now. But if you have done that, you'll probably deliver those sessions. That's great. With this episode, you're going to just look how to take that momentum into January. Because now we're, the time of filming this is the November 17th. So I'm pretty sure, I should have checked my diary before, I'm pretty sure it's Friday 17th of December is the last Friday, so that'll be the last working day for majority of people. Then it's Monday 20th, so that's Christmas week. So what we're really looking at is that last Friday is probably everyone's last day in the work, most people's last day in the gym. So we've got 4 weeks between now and the Christmas week. So what that basically means is you're probably not going to sell too much new business to start this side of the year. You might do. You might meet the odd person who wants a 4-week blitz. You might meet the new person that just wants to just get started now and then continue in January. But you probably, if you're running a lot of consultations, you're doing a lot of tasters at the moment, you're probably hearing things like, I need to save money for Christmas, or I'm keen to start, but I'll probably pick this up in January. You're going to hear that a lot, which is fine. And that's the purpose of this like little period now. Your goal right now is to deliver the sessions you've currently got, but also start prepping for January. And by that, I mean, you want to lead gen as much as you can. You want to meet as many people as you can in the next 4 weeks. You want to run as many consultations as you can in the next 4 weeks, with the goal of getting people set up for January. When I come into January, I don't tend to take on new people. I don't tend to write new programs. I've already signed those people up in November, December to start in January. So the revenue comes in quarter 3, but then when I open my diary, and whatever the first Monday is, Monday 3rd I think it is, that Monday 3rd I've got a full diary, 25 sessions booked in, programs all done, programs all sold and written, and I'm not really focusing on signing new people up, I'm focusing on delivering. So you want to use this time now to meet new people, to offer them different packs to start in January, and then, which I'll talk about ways to do that in a moment, and set them up and set your diary up. So throughout December, whilst you're not delivering as much sessions because your clients are going on work parties, Christmas drinks, etc., or taking 3 weeks off work, catching up on their annual leave, whilst you're not delivering as many sessions as you normally do, you want to be using that time to write programs, to set new people up, to communicate with new people, to get people excited about a 12-week block that you're launching with them from Monday 3rd, and you'll start planning ahead that way. So you need to have a bit of a campaign focus throughout this quarter. Keep an eye on where your revenue target is, but you need to start thinking about what's going to happen in January. So how do we do that? So we've got Black Friday. That's a way that you can do that. If you're going to do Black Friday, guys, you just got to make sure you have an approach to it, like a very sensible approach, and you don't do any crazy deals, and you do not devalue yourself as a PT. The whole point of Black Friday, as a PT in our industry, is to convert new leads into clients and to fill your diary up for the first week in January. It's to get revenue in quarter 3, but it's to fill your diary up so you're ram-packed busy in the first week of January. So what can you do? You can do, with your personal training, you should never drop that below your minimum charge rate. Don't do anything crazy like that. No crazy deals. Don't devalue the one-to-one sessions. But what you could do is offer 2021 prices, saying that in 2022 they will go up. So you can buy the 2021 prices now, renew your pack early, ready to start in January. The way you should think a bit, we're talking in quarters, October, November, December. All that matters is that you hit your target in this quarter. When you start January, February, March, quarter 4, that's a whole other quarter. You've got 3 months to sort out. You'll deal with that revenue when you get there. You've got to focus in the quarter you're in that now. So if someone renews early in December, that's great. Money's in the bank, financially fine for you. You've got your diary full. You can figure out quarter 4 when you get there. What's your priority right now is quarter 3. Yeah, but hopefully that makes sense. You see where I'm trying to go with this. So you can offer people 2021 prices and then put the prices up in 2022. That's completely fine to do. Life gets expensive, things go up, inflation is a thing, and it's quite easy to keep your prices the same. But my landlord puts my rent up every month, bills go up, pubs prices go up, everything goes up. So you need to adjust to that as well, and your clients will be expecting that at one point as well. You could do. If you are going to do a discount on a personal training pack, like a 12 pack, let's say, it all depends what type of package you've got, but just don't drop it below your minimum charge rate. Don't do too many options, and just do it on like one solid pack. And I would do it for a big pack, like a 12-week block. Don't do it on all the small packs, like 4 packs or 8 packs or whatever you're selling. Do it on like maybe a 12-week block, so you get commitment, and that 12-week block will start in the first week of January and end. It will take that client through January, February, March, so you got your diary full for that period. That's the only time you could do something like that. Just be very sensible what you're doing. Don't drop it by too much. Just make it a good offer. You've got 2021, 2022 price difference. You could offer your clients that. You could also do on Black Friday. If you're launching an online programming option, say through social media or through tasters that you've met that can't really afford personal training, but you want to program for them, that's when you could say 12-week option starting in January. Online programming is now $50 instead of whatever it is, and then you could have a little promotion there. If people start buying those programs during your Black Friday kind of promotion, whilst you're not delivering sessions throughout December, you can start prepping those programs, so you do lots of laptop work, lots of behind the scene admin work, and then you'll know when your client comes into January, their program's fully set up, it's good to go. So throughout December, you're just like building that program whilst you're not delivering as many sessions. That's when it's quite good to do a promotion if you're launching an online model. You could do little like 2-packs, little technical packs if you wanted to. I've done that before, where it's like 2 sessions, learn a skill throughout December. You have to use these sessions throughout December. Little spin-off packs like that. You can do little things like that, but you just need to think outside the box a bit. What I would, a few tips would be: don't do too many options. Don't drop your one-to-one PT prices by that much unless it's a big commitment, and never go below the minimum charge rate of you or your gym. Never drop below that, because it never works out well. 2021, 22 prices is always a good one to do, but just no crazy deals. Just think about how would a client commit early, ready to start in January, and all your marketing and the way you're talking to them is about, I'm looking to set you up in January. Throughout December, we'll goal set, we'll make a plan, and I'll get everything built out, ready to start that date. Because in January, you're gonna meet new people, whatever, but you want to go in saying, these are all my clients, these are all my online clients, these are all my one-to-one clients. That's what my diary looks like. I've only got a couple slots left, and I'll try to fill that throughout December. So and I'm probably going to talk about this a bit when we talk about shutting down the year in next month's episode. So I'm just looking at my whiteboard. It's got a big plan of what I plan to talk about on Coach's Corner up there. That's where all the magic happens. So that's Black Friday. Then throughout December, you just got to stay in touch with people, do yearly reviews on how they've got on, how their training's been. And then what I do that final week, Boxing Day to the 31st, I'm not in work, I'm not in the gym, I'm still at home, I'm still on downtime, but I'll contact every person I've ever met and I'll be like trying to see what times I've got left in my diary, and I'll try to upsell packs there and then on that final week, the final 2021 prices, to get that revenue into Q3, and to make sure when I start in January, I'm not selling, I've got a full diary. Okay, so let's to kind of put that all together then. You've got 4 weeks now until Christmas. In those 4 weeks, you need to build your lead list, generate as many names as possible, run as many consultations and tastes as you can as possible, and meet as many people, and kind of start having the chats around what do you want to achieve next year. I'll get you set up to start in January. Instead of trying to hard sell right now, it's just not going to work. It might do, but probably not. You're trying to talk about, this is what we're going to start this together in January. I need some time to prep for it, which you do. Taking on a new client is incredibly hard. It comes with quite a lot of stress. You've got a lot of things to set them up. So you want to be saying, like, give yourself a time, because you need a break for Christmas. Okay, I want to know if you want to start in January. If so, we'll start the process of building up. You can put a deposit down. You can commit to the 2021 prices. You can have those sorts of chats. And then you're like, okay, you're going to do Monday 6 for the next 12 weeks in January. Yeah, and you can set them up that way. So that's lead gen and do tasters. Think about a Black Friday promotion. If someone is persuading, or you want to launch an online model, that's something you can do. Just be careful how you do it, and just make sure it's a really good deal for you as well as the client, and it's a good win-win for both of you. And then finally, just plan out how you're going to contact people and what you're going to do in different weeks of December. You've got to have a plan on this quarter, or you end up just going into December, no plan, going into January thinking, right, now I need to have a really big January, I need to sell loads. You don't need to do that. You need to do that in December, and go into January thinking, I need to work. Routine, your own training, your own nutrition, your own training, your own nutrition, you're running your own diary, and you want to just be hitting January at 100 mile an hour after having a break and prep in December. If you go into December unprepared, not really planning out the back end of this quarter, there's still 6 weeks left of this quarter. You've definitely got enough time to hit your quarterly target. Whatever you made in the first 6 weeks, whatever launches you did, if that didn't work, you've still got 6 weeks to sort it out. You can't just write these 6 weeks off because of Christmas. You've got loads of time for activity, and this job is all about thinking outside the box and growing. If you're somebody with a full client base, you're hitting 25, 30 sessions a week, then for you, you don't need to do a Black Friday. There's no need to do that. But what you could do is, push the 2021 prices just to make sure the revenue comes in and just lock out your diary if you need to do that. Okay, it's just things to think about. But if this month and this quarter is still a huge time, people are going into December. They know they're going to be boozing. They know they've got lots of work stuff going on. They're going to want to train. And then, like we said, with new people, if tasters are not, if people are not booking in and doing tasters, change the way you're talking and change about putting deposits down, committing to January, and you'll see conversion rates go up, and it's a good idea. Okay, so have a quarter focus. So let's sum up. Focus on your total revenue by quarter, not by month. So if your target's $9,000, your target for the quarter, if your target's £3,000 a month, your quarter target's 9,000. That's your only goal, is to hit that in this quarter, and you deal with quarter four when you get there. Never undersell yourself or devalue yourself on the Black Friday stuff. If you're going to do a little promo, it's got to make sense financially for your client and for you, and it's got to be in line with how much work and effort you're going to put in. If you drop the prices by too much, you'll hate doing the work. If you do a half price deal on a pack on a personal training pack, for example, and they're doing 8 to 9 p.m. every night, or 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. You're like, I'm waking up, I'm doing a half price session. It's just not good for it's not good for you. You're not gonna have the motivation to do it. You're just not. It will hit you, especially as you get into that dark February month. You're like, doing half price sessions. So never do anything silly like devalue yourself that way. It's the only reason you would do it is to get people to commit early and commit for a long time, and it would still never be below your minimum charge rate. That's so important to remember. And if you're doing an online launch, like an online 12-week program or something, you just got to figure out what the pricing will look like and something that will make sense for you as well. Okay, that's very, very important. Focus on generating, and the point of all this as well is you need revenue so you can grow yourself. If you're stressed about, if you've got no clients, you can't develop your PT product. I want to do all this crazy film and stuff, and the only reason I can do this and add more value and try to be a better PT is because I've got a client base. Until you have a client base, you can't focus on being a better PT. You've got to focus on the business side and the selling side. So it's important that you do think about this stuff, because once you have revenue and you have money coming in, and you can pay for life and pay for your business and pay for little expenses, the amount of money I spend on cameras and mics and stuff and software and programming software all adds up. But I want to do that so I can be better, right? So you've got to see it as you've got to have a revenue. You've got to focus on generating revenue so you can grow as an individual, and so you can be a better PT. Okay, they go hand in hand. If you start to struggle, everything will go down the pan, and you're just not going to be able to deliver the value you want to. Okay. Keep an eye on my Black Friday deal. I've got a cheeky one coming for you guys, so keep an eye on that. That'll be launching on the 30th or whatever that Friday is. So keep an eye on that. You'll get an email. It'll be on. I'll do a little podcast about it as well. But keep an eye out coming up. And let's have a good strong 4 weeks. Hopefully this comes at the right time of if you're feeling a bit down, or you're worried about the gym, you're complaining to the gym asking for rent-free bases, or you're complaining to your PT manager if you're in a employed model about this and your client's going away. If you're running around complaining, you're not growing. Okay, it's a job where a huge part of being a PT is learning how to run a diary, and not just run your diaries and booking clients in, run the year. Understanding where the peaks are, understanding where the dips are, and where the dips are, you need to understand what to do in that time. So you'll have the same problem this time next year, and you need to know how to get over these problems, because it's not a problem, it's just being able to adjust. Okay, so it's all about staying positive, and hopefully this episode comes at the right time of saying, actually, there's a million things I can do to generate revenue right now to prep myself for next month and to get ready. Next month's episode is shutting down for Christmas and closing out the year, closing out 2021. And I'm going to beg Mr. Adam Kent to come back on. I know he's going to listen to this episode. We'll try to get him back on because he's always a golden nugget to have on these podcasts. He has a wealth of knowledge, and he kind of shares because I'm in the self-employed world, he shares everything from an employed model, and it's such great to kind of compare the two and what to focus on. So next month's episode, which will be probably early doors in December, will be about shutting down for Christmas and closing out 2021. It's just insane how quick this year's gone. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to sum it all up. I do try to make these a little bit punchy, but then I do tend to go on a bit as well. I can't believe I spent 20 minutes or close to. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you found this useful. Please share this with other PT friends. Anyone who's new to the industry that's just trying to get started. You know, it's a tough job when you join by yourself, and it's, you know, sometimes you just need support. And I've learned everything along the way, and I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm just sharing kind of things I've picked up. So I can create shortcuts for people very quickly so they don't have to make mistakes, and so they can feel more reassured. So if you know people that's just joined and you listen to this, send them over to the podcast, send them over to the YouTube channel and get them watching. If you or if you know someone that's kind of getting a bit pissed off at the moment or going through a hard time, send them this, because I'm all about positive energy and there's always something else you can do. Send me messages if you've got any questions, and yeah, have a good November, guys. Big 4 weeks ahead of you. I've got huge 4 weeks ahead of me as well. I have to go over my knee surgery, but I'm going knee surgery straight into like planning stuff out for the final 4 weeks, and I've got a course to teach, and then yeah, I'll be closing down for Christmas. So big 4 weeks, guys. Let's push it hard. Right, okay, that's enough. Have a good one, and I'll see you in next month's episode. Thanks for watching.